Hey guys, Uncle Patch is here, and today's Raid Shadow Legends video, I'm going to be explaining to you guys how to build one of the easiest and best Ultra Nightmare clan boss comps in the game. It is called the Batman Salad Eater, and I'm going to show you guys how everyone's built for this. I'm going to show you the turn order for Ultra Nightmare, Nightmare, and Brutal. Okay guys, if I haven't already mentioned it, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and like this video. And also, if you found this video interesting, please leave me a comment. Also, if you have some questions. Now we'll go through the builds here. We've got first Maneater. As you can see right now, he's in full speed sets. His stats, 287 speed. Now he is almost crit capped. That definitely helps with the damage coming from him, but the speed is definitely the most important part. You need this Maneater to be 287 speed. He is the second fastest one. Here's our fast Maneater. This one is in full speed sets again. 289 speed. That's the important part there. If you can get them crit capped, then that's even better because you're going to be getting more damage out of them. Here is the masteries that I run on both of my Maneaters. Now it's just basic damage build and then counter attack masteries here. So like we're hitting War Master for those extra procs, extra damage, and then each time we get hit, because we are in an unkillable build, we are going to be losing a lot of HP, so then we have that chance to counter attack. So those, in my opinion, are the best masteries possible. Both Maneaters have the exact same masteries. Next, we're going to go to our DPS built Seeker, which is right here. As you can see, he has exactly the same masteries. Let's show you guys the build. He's just in a bunch of broken pieces. I did make this comp a long time ago and I thought it'd be time for me to put out a video on it. Here is his total stats. So with Seeker, because his speed is a lot lower, he's at 227 speed, we can actually build him quite easily with crit cap and then a bit more crit damage. Now his damage is actually based off of attack, so you kind of want to give him as much attack as possible and as much crit damage as possible. That way he can be doing as much damage in this comp. Next up, in Ultra Nightmare on this run, I did use Feign because the affinity had changed to force affinity already. So I'll show you her gear. She has one crit damage set and that's it. Her speed, and this is the same for Draco, the DPS speed only needs to be 191. It's such a slow DPS champ, which is absolutely amazing because that means you can just easily build her with high crit damage, high attack, and easily crit cap him. Also, you need accuracy, obviously, so you can land the debuffs that she brings. Same with Draco. Find you guys Draco, here he is. Now my Draco, he's just in an accuracy set as well. Very similar build. He's 191 speed. He has 5,685 attack, and then crit capped obviously with 254% crit damage and enough accuracy to debuff the clan boss. Then one of the most important champions in this comp is Mashaled. This guy, he is running at a faster speed than Seeker. He is at 239 speed, so it is a little more difficult to build him with high DPS stats, but it is still quite easy to get him there. 100% crit cap, of course. We want to build him with as little accuracy as possible. That way we're not putting up a wasted spot in the debuffs on him, because you can only ever debuff the clan boss for 10 debuffs maximum. So I went with as little accuracy as possible. 256% on the crit damage and 4.2k attack, because his skills do scale off of attack. So there are the builds for all the champions. Now let's get to the runs. Okay, so here we have our setup for Ultra Nightmare. We're using Feign because it is force affinity. I ended up hitting a little too late. So with the Maneaters in the beginning, we just do A2s on their first turns. So A2 there, A2 here. We want to save the unkillable. Then with Mashalad, A3 right off the bat. Seeker, we're going to speed everyone up with the attack up, and then we're going to A1. Then with Feign, defense down, and the weaken applied on the A3. Now with this Man-Eater, we're going to delay his unkillable, and then the second Man-Eater puts the unkillable up. So we A3 here with the second Man-Eater. Then Mashalad, A1, Seeker, A1. A1 from this Man-Eater again, we're delaying that unkillable. Feign with the A2 for the poisons. Then A1. Now on this turn, Mashalad, we're going to use his A2. And then we go A3 with him. Then what we do is we A2 with our Man-Eater, and at this point it's full auto. So we click auto, and then we watch how it goes. Well, there you have it. Unkillable. Completed Ultra Nightmare. 1 key. 76 mil damage. Feign with 25 mil alone. Mashallah does almost 20. Seeker on 11. And the Man-Eater, number 1 Man-Eater on 11. And Man-Eater number 2 on 8 mil. It's a pretty sick comp, not going to lie. It just does require high speeds, but there we go. Now we'll move on to Nightmare and the turn order. Alrighty, so with Nightmare, because it wasn't Force Affinity, I'm going to use Draco in this one, and you'll see the magic of the man himself. So same thing again, Man-Eaters, they're going to A2 from the very beginning on their first turns. We want to save that unkillable on their A3. Mashalad, same thing again too, A3, but this is where it's different. We're going to A1 with Seeker instead of using his A2 at this point. Then Draco, he's going to put up his defense down and weaken with the A3. Now, we delay on first Man-Eater. And then with second Man-Eater, we put up the unkillable. And then A1 here from Mashalad. A1 from Seeker again. Don't use his speed up or attack up. A1 here with this Man-Eater. A2 from Draco. We want to apply these poisons. A1 from Man-Eater. Now Mashalad gets his turn. So we A2 here, then A3. Then we're gonna A2 from our Maneater and click auto. Done. Super easy, super simple, very fast. And then watch the damage happen. So there we go. 94.69 mil damage dealt to Nightmare. We see Mashalad doing a lot less damage. That's because he was weak affinity. But Seeker did a lot more, being him magic affinity. So he's on 16 mil. Draco's on 42 mil. Like, he just does an insane amount of damage. And then the Maneaters are both very similar again to the last time. 11 and 9 mil from both of them. And next up, I'll show you guys the turn order for Brutal. Okay, so with Brutal, same thing again. We're going to use Draco here. Doesn't really matter at this point because we're easily going to get the required amount of damage, but I just want to show you how it's done. We're going to go A2 from our first Maneater. A2 again from the second Maneater. Mashalad's going to A3, same as usual. Now Seeker A2 first, and then A1 here. Then same with Draco, A3 again. Now this is the difference here. We're going to do A3 on first Maneater this time, and then A1 with the second Maneater. Now with Mashalad, we're going to use his A2 at this point, A1, and then it's just A1s all around. And then at this point, once we get to Draco, it's full auto. And there you have it. Brutal done. 106 million damage dealt to the boss. We have Mashallah there with 24 mil. Seeker dealing 16.9. Draco on a very similar amount to the last one, 43 mil. And then the Man-Eaters both very similar again to their last runs, 11 and 9 mil. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video on the Batman Salad Eater. Please hit the video with a like. Also, send me a comment and I'll make sure to get back to you. Please subscribe to my channel as well. And I'll leave the details to my Twitch channel and my Discord in the section below. Have a great day. Peace, y'all.